get our officers drunk, give them women, and then next day they are drunk.
What solutions can PNG Power offer us and KCHL as the shareholder?
Because we on our side, as a national government, we are not providing the basic services to the people living along the border. You mean as a country we have not been seriously looking at the border demarcation?
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. By way of background, I've been asking this question for over a year, and the situation has since deteriorated even more. This question is directed to the good Minister for State Enterprise. As I speak, Sepik has been without power for almost 18 days. And when I first asked the question, we were having problems with power about 12 months ago, and it's since gotten worse. My question is as follows. Number one, WIWEC needs a short-term solution. As the good minister knows, we have been in constant communication with KCHL. We have been in constant communication with PNG Power. Sepik provincial government has offered every help that we can. But in order for us to move forward, we actually need direction from PPL and from KCHL because they own the power supply. We are simply clients, but the Sepik provincial government has been doing everything it can. So we need a short-term solution fairly quickly because as I speak, the 6 gensets that we have all suffered catastrophic failures. The new generator that the Sepik provincial government helped to fund is still not operational. Our banks have closed. Our business houses have closed down. We have no power, no water. Puma is unable to supply fuel to the town because they also rely on PNG Power in order to operate. So the town has come to a shuddering halt and we need serious help. My final question is this. Well, first of all, what solutions can PNG Power offer us and KCHL as the shareholder? And the final question, it is my understanding, Mr. Deputy Speaker, that in the November budget, this Parliament approved a $300 million policy-based loan to the state-owned enterprises, and part of that borrowing is to upgrade power in the country. Now, I'm not sure if that $300 million has arrived in the country, and if it has not, could the good minister give this House and of course my people of Sepik and the people of Papua New Guinea an update as to when this borrowing is likely to arrive and when can it be deployed to help alleviate the serious power problems that not only my province faces but many other provinces around the country. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.
Honourable Minister for State Enterprise.
Thank you, Acting Speaker. I want to thank the good Governor of Sepik for asking this very important question again. I'll answer the last questions first. In relation to the $250 million ADB SOE reform loan, this was the tranche 3, and it arrived in our country in December last year after this Parliament had passed the 2023 budget. And my understanding is that the money is still kept and it has not been allocated yet. We have to go through the normal budgetary process before the funds are released, not only to KCH but to fund other development agendas of this government. In the case of PNG Power, yes, thanks to the government of Prime Minister Marabe, an amount of 200 million kina was allocated in this year. The final installment of 28 million kina has been released. KCH now has a full complement of 200 million kina. that was allocated in the budget, and this has never been done before by any of those governments. And as we all know, this kind of money has their own process to follow. Their public funds. We have to follow a normal tender system and money allocation processes before the funds are fully allocated. For PNG Power, advance monies have been released while waiting for a further amount to be released from the SOE ADB funds. And the equipment that are needed have been paid for, especially for WIWEC, as our good governor knows. In the case of 2 gensets, there have been some technical issues. Those issues are quite complex, such that we've had to arrange for experts from Korea, from which these machines were imported, to fly over to PNG to fix them. And the expert is now in the country. He will be flown to WIWEC tomorrow, and hopefully he will fix the issues that are being encountered by these 2 machines. We now have a full set of machines that are needed to power WIWEC. Thanks to the EC provincial government, they have not only sat back and complained only, they have been proactive in helping us manage these issues. I can say that most of it is to do with technical as well as competency, and it is not that easy to sack people on the spot. There are procedures that are being followed. It's sacking a person and, of course, replacing him with another equally qualified person is another thing altogether. So we are working very hard to fix those issues. It is not to say that WIWEC has been without power for 18 days. It's less than that. I can confirm that because I was in WIWEC myself a couple of just recently. But we are working very hard to fix the issues, and we are sending a team tomorrow. And I must admit before Parliament that on many occasions our own employees let us down by misleading us. It is only when we intervene, such as myself or even the Prime Minister, that our own people, we are becoming our worst enemies, start to get their act together. So WIWEC is a very important city, and it happens to be in a province which I call a sleeping giant in terms of potential for economic development. We have been working very closely with a good governor to locate an ideal location so that we can then help install a DFED solar power project. Funding has been identified and allocated. The money is there. We are working among ourselves with the Department of Agriculture and the Department of Lands and the Eastern Provincial Government, led by our governor, to locate an ideal land where we can then install the solar system. So we will have a combination of electricity from genets as well as solar, and further down into the future, we're also looking at putting up an hydro-powered project from 2 possible locations, one in Pasam and another one further down from WIWEC. So we are working very hard, and I can assure the governor that there are certain things I can do as minister, there are certain things I can't do, but he knows very well that I'm giving it my utmost attention, and we will work together to solve the issues. Thank you, Mr. Acting Speaker.
Honourable Member for Vanimo-Green.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, me like Parliament to take note long statement long Minister of Foreign Affairs propose ratification by government. Me like make him some debate on top of this statement, Mr. Deputy Speaker.
Go ahead, Honourable Member.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, me amamas long paper Minister of Foreign Affairs and me kareme kam. Me tino sem this paper you need look low and good before government and me ratify him. Me also member of Vanimo-Green River me sharing common border. When the Indonesia me looking most we got some serious issues. Government blame me Papua New Guinea need law address in past time before law me ratify him this paper. Now, Mr. Deputy Speaker, you got plenty of security issues and messed up. You got plenty of cross-border issues and messed up. You mean no can carry paper nothing come to Parliament just to ratify, and more important on issues that may concern in Tupla country. Papua New Guinea is probably the only country within our region that shares the common border with a populous Muslim population of more than 330 million people. As such, Mr. Deputy Speaker, we need to be really careful on how we address the issues with our neighbor, while we respect them. I say this with due respect. Mr. Deputy Speaker, there's a lot of cross-border issues, and let me go on some of the issues that we need to really address as a country. Number one, Mr. Deputy Speaker, you mean as a country we have not been seriously looking at the border demarcation. Whether it's the responsibility of the Foreign Affairs or the Provincial Affairs, we have not really addressed it. Bayu Painimo, sometime you go to the border, Indonesians have already crossed into Papua New Guinea side of the border. They already engaged in activities into our side, and we have turned a blind eye on them encroaching into our side of the border. Our soldiers are no longer patrolling the border. Before there used to be a cross patrol on the border with police and the defense. It's not happening. Let's take, for example, in the mouth of River Torasi in Western Province. Indonesians have built their naval base within the waters of Papua New Guinea, and we have raised no issue on this. We have raised no issue on this. Why are we so silent? We go to the Wutong border. Papua New Guineans have been pushed to the edge of Wutong border, when our land actually stretched all the way to the River Tami. And we have allowed Indonesians to cross over to our side of the border, building their infrastructure on the border, now we call batas. They should be operating on the other side of the River Tami. The river should be used as a natural demarcation between the two countries. The land that stretches from Wutong to Tami belongs to the people of Wutong. They are Papua New Guineans, Mr. Deputy Speaker. They are Papua New Guineans. And most of our resource, Mr. Deputy Speaker, lies within this land. Oil and gas, gold and copper. When are we going to raise these issues? Every time a border liaison meeting is held, we are taking our people to Jakarta. When they go to get Jakarta, they go and drink beer binter, they go and do illegal activities, then they don't go and attend the border liaison meeting representing our country. Mr. Deputy Speaker, this is a serious national issue. This is a serious security issue. We need to carefully look at these treaties before we bring them to Parliament to get it signed. Do we know what's happening on the border? More than 12,000 citizens from West Sepik, especially in my electorate and the electorate in Telefomin, have crossed over to Indonesia. Because we on our side, as a national government, we are not providing the basic services to the people living along the border. So, Mr. Deputy Speaker, I want to have a look at this treaty before government passes it and have it rectified. And I am arguing now as the chairman for Defense and Foreign Affairs and International Trade, Permanent Parliamentary Committee chairman. I want to have a look at it before it's ratified. I want to raise the issues of our land. Why has Indonesia encroached into our side of the border? We need to raise these issues. It's high time. Maybe we should close the Batas center in Wutong and have the Indonesians move to the other side of the river, River Tami. Maybe we should now look at what's happening in the naval base that's been built in River Torasi, at the mouth of River Torasi in Western Province. And ask the Indonesians to dismantle that naval base and move it to the side of the waters. We must make hard decisions and hard stand. We are a sovereign nation. We cannot go and conduct border liaison meeting all the time in Jakarta. They get our officers drunk, give them women, and then next day they are drunk, sitting there and just say, yes, sir, yes, sir. I am proposing that every border liaison meeting should be held outside of Indonesia and Papua New Guinea, somewhere neutral, so we can raise these issues. These are important sovereign issues. We cannot turn a blind eye on this. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I propose that this particular treaty be withheld, allow my committee, as the Permanent Parliamentary Committee on Defense, Foreign Affairs and Trade, to review it before we actually sign it. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.